I know. I know. You can't pray in school, so you came here to worship. Oh, you're going to be good. You can always tell.
Yeah.
Just there's a... What do I want to say? There's a
feeling in the air.
There is. I'm Johnny Carson. I got this job by lending money to Ed Meese. Actually, I'm sitting in for Tom Brokaw, and didn't we get preempted last night, or were we on the air?
Later than usual.
Why was that?
There was some sort of election return.
Oh, that's right.
We'd have loved it.
We're going to get tired of that by the time they finally get to it.
Yeah.
You know, it goes on and on and on. Anyway, you sound good. We had a rough audience last night. 90% of them hated the jokes. Well, I'll tell you what, we took an exit poll halfway through the monologue. And they were inherently a mean audience. They were the kind of group last night would call Orson Welles and say, "Where's the beef?" I know a lot of you are probably on vacation out here in California. Occasionally, we give what we call a nightly tip for tourists, provided we have a joke, of course. Tonight's tip is if you happen to be walking along Hollywood Boulevard and you see a sign that says, "We do it all," it's not a McDonald's. Well, politically, you can't not talk about what's going on politically. Gary Hart, of course, is still impersonating Kennedy, and yesterday he had his Bay of Pigs in Illinois. That was the big primary in Illinois yesterday, and there's some doubt about the results in Chicago. Today they found a voting machine in Mayor Daley's tomb. By the way, the next primary, I guess, is New York. Is it not? Yeah. Mondale is back campaigning. He's having trouble in New York, especially in the ethnic community. Today he ordered pastrami on a Thomas's English muffin. Doesn't make it with you, huh? Actually, he's out here in Los Angeles, I understand. Yeah. Mondale's in Los Angeles. He's having a high-level meeting with the little old lady who does that commercials for Wendy's to see if she has any other good lines he can use. What's her name? Clara Peller. She might make a good guess.
What?
I say she might make
That's
it. Oh, I see. I got it. Okay.
Yeah. Between us, right?
There was a Los Angeles Times article today pointing out that people who live in California are guilty, are having guilt feelings. You know why? Because we're having this wonderful weather out here the past few weeks, and the rest of the country is experiencing, I guess, still blizzards in March. And, I've noticed myself that some of the guilty feelings out there. For example, at the beach parties, the little flags and the Mai Tais were at half-mast. I'm doing my part. All this week, I'm eating my TV dinners frozen. Well, we've talked about Mr. Meese. Apparently, he's in a little bit of trouble. He's been accused, and nobody has proved it yet, of giving government jobs to people who gave him money. As a matter of fact, he got a letter from Ed McMahon today saying, "Congratulations, you may have already won $1 million." And Meese appointed Ed ambassador to Turkey. So you check in on it. Well, you know, yesterday, I guess the big controversial thing was the school prayer amendment was defeated in the Senate. And that was a blow to Ronald Reagan, and especially the kids in school. Now they can't even pray for hot lunches. I'm praying now for a better line. I suppose you may have heard on the news there was a little incident in the Sea of Japan. Apparently, one of our aircraft carriers, a Kitty Hawk, stroked. Stroked it first, then it struck. a Soviet nuclear submarine. And when Reagan heard about it, he said, well, it's one accident after another. First Gary Hart, now this. It's not... I don't think it's too serious. Bob Hope is not packing. I understand the Russian sub-commander told the skipper of the Kitty Hawk not to worry because he had a piece of the rock. I could go on like this for another 10 or 12 seconds. We've got a great show tonight. Some great guests. Jerry Lewis has not been with us for a long time. Jerry Lewis is here tonight. A gentleman who was the star of one of the funniest sitcoms on television, Buffalo Bill, Dabney Coleman. Here. And I think we've scheduled a number from the orchestra.
What do you mean, if?
Well, I mean, I said we scheduled it.
Is it definite?
Well, how about that other guest?
Well, that's right. Well, that's a surprise guest.
Oh, okay.
So we kind of scheduled it.
Well, gee, we're all ready on it.
We're sure going to try to get that in.
We're going to play it the last 5 minutes, no matter what else.
We're talking? Okay, so stay where you are. We'll be back in just a moment. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, good doctor. Doc from the NBC office. This is a truly sensational group for our first visitor, the famous mysterious visitor from the East. The all-knowing, all-telling, all-omniscient, famous seer, sage, soothsayer, and former charisma teacher to Reuben Askew, Carnac, the Magnificent. Do get comfy. I hold in my hands the envelopes. A child of 4 can plainly see these envelopes are hermetically sealed. They've been kept in a mayonnaise jar since 1:45 this afternoon. No one knows the contents of these envelopes, but you, in your mystical and borderline divine way, will ascertain the answers to the question, having never before seen or heard the question.
Let's get on with it.
I want to give you time to fix your feathers. Envelope number 1.
That's correct.
Hermetically sealed.
I will divine the answer to the question sealed in this envelope.
Mayonnaise jar, Funkin' Waggle Sports.
Here's to good friends.
Here's to good friends.
And the question. What does Ed Meese say when he's handing out federal jobs? The Hotel New Hampshire.
The Hotel New Hampshire.
Where's John Glenn now working as a bellboy? One sequin glove. What should the well-dressed proctologist wear to the opera? Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill.
What did Sitting Bull put on his master charge? May your sister be voted the girl most likely to leave an indentation in the sand. Where's the beef? How does a girl ask direction to a male exotic dinner club? Rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief.
Rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief.
Describe a member of Congress. Jockey shorts model and President of the United States. Name two things Alan Cranston will never become. Konstantin Chernenko. Describe the sound of a nude fat man sliding on a linoleum floor. Konstantin Chernenko. I'd like mine smothered with Thousand Island dressing. How does the Godfather order his salad chef killed? The right stuff. What does William F. Buckley scrape off his shoe?
I hold in my hand the last envelope.
May your only daughter be listed under entertainment on Rodney Dangerfield's 1040 form. During the rainy season and when the swallows return to Capistrano. What do you need an umbrella? When do you need an umbrella? For why do you need? Who cares?
We'll be right back, right into these words.
Thank you, Doc. We are back. Dabney Coleman will join us later. Jerry Lewis has been entertaining audiences all over the world since he was a little teeny boy. And he's still a little teeny boy. He's a comedian, actor, director, and he's been awarded, I'm sure as most of you know, two of France's most prestigious awards. Commander of Arts and Letters and the Legion of Honor. And his latest movie with Madeline Kahn called Slapstick of Another Kind opens Friday, March the 24th. Would you welcome Jerry Lewis? As a grown man and a grandfather,
A grandfather.
and not a child, and I thought you would come out after that distinguished introduction, kind of laid back and cool, and you come out with how
Yeah, because I get letters when I do laid back and cool with you.
Really?
Yeah, last time we did the show, I was laid back and cool, and people write, it's a confusion. We're used to the craziness.
Yeah.
And when you talk regular, it's like another person. You see what I'm getting?
Boy, things have changed for you the last few years, haven't you?
Yeah.
I have not seen you, haven't you? Things have changed, haven't they? Haven't they?
2, 3,
4. And anyway, this is the way it's going to be. Oh, come on. Obviously, this is what got you the award in France. I mean, we like that very much when he does that. And he should certainly get the Order of the Commander or... Let me ask you something. Do you get a pension with this award? I mean, is it like a government pension?
No.
But, I mean, those are prestigious awards. I'm not joking. The Commander of Arms and the Legion of Honor.
Legion of Honor.
And that's the Legion of Honor there.
The man that got the Legion of Honor first was Shorty, Napoleon. He got it first, okay? Now, he is a
He
great...
never had an act.
No. He wasn't in show business. He
Why?
was
Oh, that
silly
Napoleon.
fool.
Okay.
He gets the award because he's a great general. Now you have Emile Zola, a great scientist.
Right.
You have Dr. Jonas Salk, a great researcher.
Right.
You have Madame Curie, a great pathologist. And now you get Jerry Lewis for doing
Madame Curie did that when she discovered radium.
Oh, we got here in the dish. It's glowing.
What was it like over there? What does the actual function entail? There's obviously a luncheon or something?
No, dinner.
A dinner. It's a Nobel Prize get a luncheon. This is...
No, it's a dinner. First, you go to the ballet at the Opera House, and Rudolf Nureyev dedicates the entire ballet to you. And you sit for 3 hours, and they do this wonderful ballet, and you can get a broken tuchus
Yes,
from sitting for 3 hours.
But that goes with the award.
That goes with the award. Then after the ballet, you retire to the grill area in the Opera House, where
Not like a luncheonette, I mean?
No, it's for dinner. Will you pay attention?
Certainly.
For Christ's
We
sakes,
said the
how do you
grill.
hold
You mean
on to a show?
You're talking about a grill where they...
No, it's a place where people sit and eat.
I understand.
We go in there and we eat.
Oh, really?
And we're dressed with black tie and we're eating. It's nighttime, all right? Will you forget lunch?
Got that.
What you go through, my
Ballet.
God.
Ballet, then right to the grill.
Do you listen?
Yes. All right, then to the grill.
No, it's a dining place
the dining
for
place.
eating.
All right.
Then the president of France and the Nobel Peace Prize winner makes the presentation of Légion d'honneur, the Legion of Honor, which is equivalent to our Congressional Medal of Honor.
Well, that's something.
Very high
That's
honor.
something. Congratulations. I make fun. Then I suppose is there dancing after that? I mean, is it?
Yeah, we dipped.
I make fun, but that's why I get paid.
Yes, I understand that.
To jest.
And
Jesting,
you've been doing very well.
Jesting is my life.
You moved me right off the
Twosies.
front page.
Oh yes. Well,
I have a message for you from Sinatra. He
Yes?
sends the grand thanks.
knocking him
Both
off
of
the
us,
front
yes.
page. Yeah. Now, you've in the last 2 or 3 years, you have, not we. You had quadruple bypass surgery, right?
Double, John. It was a double bypass.
A double bypass. What?
He had it twice.
Freddie says you had it twice.
Double bypass. No,
Why did I
Once.
think it was quadruple? Well, the press
it sounds better.
exaggerated. Yeah.
Quadruple sounds better, but you still have to get the Black & Decker to open you up. Oh, yeah. And then like 12 inches with the retractors, and they go in and they They take an artery out of your leg and they graft it to the heart.
But I've never seen you look as well.
I feel marvelous. I tell you the big secret. I just don't go to Wendy's.
Wait a minute. Will you wait a minute? You're as bad as he is. It's just that it's junk food, and I ate it all my life, and it's okay for people that want to do that. But now, after you have this kind of an operation, you have salads, and you eat chicken, and you watch your diet. And after 43 years of smoking 4 packs a day, I don't smoke anything. I don't put anything in my body.
What is a typical thing?
Typical breakfast.
What would
is
you normally have that you don't have
a
anymore?
slice of toast and a cup of coffee. For
That's
lunch, I have a salad. And for dinner, I'll have either fish or chicken. It's 600 to 700 calories a day.
And you feel comfortable with that?
I feel wonderful.
You don't miss all the
The
trashing
throwing
out?
up annoys me, but...
Yes, of course. You pay for your thrills, naturally.
How well,
Hey, we like that.
Have this brief message que toi, c'est les 10 minutes, faut pas passer.
J'ai les versions quoi?
Comment on dit?
Dis-le donc.
Le cross, c'est le bubu.
Excusez?
Oui.
C'est de moi quand
Pardon, c'est les sponsors.
J'ai le prends. Vous êtes avec nous?
Et le 3 minutes,
Elle est
small one.
Je dois. Ensuite, we shall be back in a moment for the second award of the evening. Nous sommes ici. I have learned not to believe everything I read in the tabloids. And yet I have read.
Yes.
I read that you were going to move to France permanently. Now, that's not true, is it?
No.
Okay.
I would never leave this country. I bought some property in France, and I'm going to build there. But I spend so much time here. No, a grill.
You did buy a little,
Yes,
yeah.
a little place. And I'm going back next week to start a film again. We'll shoot 6 weeks in Paris and 5 weeks in Tunisia.
Yeah. And you got married the last year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a year and a month ago. Nice
Yeah.
lady.
That's nice.
And Slapstick is a very special film.
Well, that's with Madeline Kahn.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know the sense of humor, Madeline.
She's a bright, funny lady.
Great comic actress. And we had such fun. We play 7-foot 2-inch twins that come from another place. We have confrontations with 2-inch twins. And that's Kurt Vonnegut. You know, he's pretty off the wall.
Can I show? Is this a?
Yes,
is this
that's a picture of the prosthetics and the outfits of Madeline. and I.
I wouldn't not recognize either one of you.
And we play our own parents in the film as well.
Look at that. Take a whole shot.
I mean, those two people should be put to sleep.
You are on the right there, are you?
I'm on the right, yeah,
huh?
John. Yeah.
Well, Madeline, I didn't mean anything, personally by
Of
that.
course.
That's a lot of makeup, isn't it?
Oh, yes. 2.5, 3 hours every morning. Those prosthetics are unbelievable because there's pulsations in the head and in the eyes.
Is that the way they do it on those horror films where everything...
Yeah. They're little pulsation tubes they force air from the back.
Right.
And every time the two kids are together, it's a really lovely love story between the brother and the sister. And whenever they're together, the pulsation means that their minds, the genius in the two kids are working.
Right.
Vonnegut Slapstick was a marvelous book. I didn't believe it could be brought to the screen.
Yeah.
Stephen
We have a
Fowler.
film clip. I suppose you know that.
Yes. Are you going to keep it?
Yeah. I just want you to know we have it.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
We unfortunately don't have time to show
Oh,
it.
well, that's probably
No, of
all
course
right.
we have
I can act it out.
Oh, we have time to show it.
Oh, okay.
Do we have to know anything about this?
Yeah, it should be set up. But we couldn't get anyone to come on and do that.
To do that? So, is there a particular moment in the picture that...
Marty Feldman plays the wicked butler. And it's a scene with Marty Feldman and the children.
Okay.
Introducing the children to their parents for the first time in 15 years.
All right, here is a short excerpt.
So proud.
Well then, without further ado, may I present Master Wilbur Mistress Eliza. Children, these are your parents. And this is the President of the United States, the second most powerful and richest nation in the whole world.
Please, God, let me faint. Can I please faint?
Me too.
Come on, kids. You can do better than this. I want you to give them a welcome they will never forget.
Slapstick of another kind. That's weird. That's strange.
It is. It's very unusual, and it's amazing that this young wunderkind, Stephen Paul,
Right.
brought it to the screen. He did a hell of a job.
Yeah, when's this come out?
It opens in Los Angeles Friday. Opens
this
around the
Friday.
country thereafter.
Okay, good luck with it.
Thank you.
That's fascinating.
Oh, I got to tell you something. Do I have a minute?
Sure.
Tell John about
Sure.
the makeup. The prosthetics are put on in the morning. I'll do it very quickly. The prosthetics are put on in the morning, and there's phony teeth that Madeline and I wore to give us protrusion, right? They called me on the set the first day, and we only had one set of teeth, okay, John? One set of teeth. The dentist is delivering more during the course of the week. You know, it's dangerous making a film with one anything. You always have to have a backup. We didn't have a backup. They called me, I can't find the teeth in my trailer. It's a 40-foot trailer. We're now under the bunks, into the refrigerator, looking for the teeth. I got a whole crew waiting. My little Shih Tzu is in the motorhome.
That's a dog for people
That's
who don't
my
know
little
that, yeah.
puppy, Angel, my little Shih Tzu. We're looking for the teeth, and it's a good thing I had a camera, because in the corner of the motorhome, we finally saw where the teeth were.
Oh, that's funny.
So, you must always have a camera handy. That's
That's
why I was just named National Chairman of Photo Week, May 7th through May 13th.
That's a funny picture.
Isn't that
funny picture?
Will you give that to Charlie for me?
Did you ever learn to speak French? You spend so much time over there. I know when we're kidding around
Yeah.
here, a lot of phonetic stuff is
I
going on.
can when I'm there, Johnny. I really can.
You fall
I
into
understand it. I can speak it. I leave there and I can't. I really can't.
You get in the rhythm when you're over there. and
I
you hear-
understand what they're saying, and I relate to it, and then I can use the language, and it works.
Ah.
It really does.
Okay. Nous revions.
Quand-toi cela dure. Bon, you put a Z in everything. That microphone, and this man here sit, and I am in that chair, that audience, capite le tueur. And they understand.
We will be back in a moment.
I hope so. We
Yes.
telling something?
All righty. We are back. We are back. You know, I found out, and Jerry didn't ask me to mention this, but you were also nominated by the British film industry for a supporting role, right?
King of Comedy, yeah.
In King of Comedy.
Academy Awards are March 25th. We'll
That's
find out.
amazing. Did Freddie? Freddie was in that picture with you.
Freddie was in King
I
of
was
Comedy.
nominated. I didn't win.
Ah, well, that's too bad. Well, you probably went in the Guam Film Festival. My next guest is a very talented actor whose film credits include On Golden Pond, 9 to 5, and Tootsie, and Thursday nights at 9:30 on NBC and Buffalo Bill. That earned him 6 Emmy nominations last year, including his for Best Actor. Would you welcome Dabney Coleman? Seems to be a marathon of pieces of business. Well,
Yes, sir.
Isn't it funny how it's catching? People
what's
start to act silly, and
How
it's...
it caught on after that monologue, you mean?
Yes.
You said Mondale was out here. I was beginning to think maybe he wrote that monologue. Is that
Yeah, that bad, huh?
as bad as that? Yeah. How you been?
Good.
Good.
Is Buffalo Bill going to stay on? I read various things.
Well,
There was a wonderful column by, I don't know who the gentleman was, in the L.A. Times today, and there seemed to be some...
Well, it's going off because we finished our season. We shot 13 shows starting last October, and it will go off at least until June. At that time, between now and then, they'll decide whether it comes back or not.
Well, I hope it does.
So we don't know at this point. Yeah,
It's good.
But,
Now, I noticed you wearing...
well, that's just a little honor, but I don't like to talk about it.
I looked down and I saw this, and I
Brings back
said...
some memories, some things that are pretty cruel, and things I'd like to forget.
I suppose in the battlefields, I suppose, overseas.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we don't like to remember some of those tragic moments. What a sneak. Going to upstage your Legion of Honor award.
He's doing a hell of a job.
Yes, isn't he, though?
He's got a thicker ribbon, I'll tell you.
This was a makeshift quickie, you understand that?
They make them thicker when you get 3.
They're all sewn together, yeah. You get a lot of them. I understand you get a quilt. I mean, you make a whole quilt.
I got to say what an honor it is to be on here with this man here, and
I thought
to
you were
see
going to
him.
say me.
Nothing. To see him operating and going like the old Jerry is really enlightening and wonderful to see you doing it again, man.
Thank you,
really.
Dabney.
You look great. You look great. I feel like Bob Hope all of a sudden, like the elder statesman.
What do you mean? No, you're not that old.
Yeah. I'm not as old as you, that's true. But that could mean still that I'm pretty old.
Two. Real endearing quality about you. I mean, when you were a kid, all those years ago, who did you like in the movies? Do you have any heroes?
I like Frederick March, and I think Humphrey Bogart was a big fan of his. Yeah.
Did you go to dramatic?
Which is an interesting story, I think, and that story is over.
Well,
so we can now move on.
Is there an interesting story connected with that, or
no? Not at all. I was
hoping there was.
No, not even close.
More interesting stories we tell on the show, the better the
Jerry
audience
still awake?
seems to like it. Yes, Jerry's dozing off.
Is he looking this way?
Yes. Why Humphrey Bogart?
I don't know.
Why Frederick March?
Underdog.
Why anything?
Yeah.
No, I'm just...
Why anything? I like the underdog, and Humphrey Bogart and Jimmy Cagney, those little guys, always played the underdog.
Right.
I was about this tall till I went to college.
Yeah.
And
you didn't do. Somebody told me you didn't do well in college.
I did okay. Who's laughing over there? Who is?
No, that you
couldn't be listening to this.
You were not. What was it? You were voted. I don't know how you can put this. Somebody told me, but you can't put it that indelicately on television.
VMI.
You went to VMI.
I told him I'd let him take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were voted the most unlikely or the meanest.
Biggest of the week for 11 weeks.
Why was that?
I was. Curiously, I was not as nice a guy then as I am now, or as charming. But I was real sadistic with the rats. We call the freshmen the rats.
Right.
This is Virginia Military Institute, which is a great West Point of the South. We'd like to think of it as. And I was very sadistic with the rats there for some reason. I think for identity purposes or something. I think it was rather sick.
If I remember, your father was a military man.
A lot of my people in my family were. My cousin was eventually the commandant there, Glover Johns, and we all went to VMI, all 5 of us. Yeah.
Is that good discipline for a young man?
I don't know. I went to hell after that. I can tell you that. I mean, you don't have much option but to be disciplined while you're at VMI. And then when I went to University of Texas, everything just went right down the tubes after that. So I don't know. It's a subjective thing, but you will be disciplined at VMI. That's for sure.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Freddie, that's a cue, is it, Fred? Or are you just getting a little senile?
Get to the cue.
Freddie sometimes late at night just points at his hand.
Yeah.
And Well, you make a little circle sometimes, and I really don't know what that means. Oh, we have a film clip from Buffalo Bill. You play a talk show host on here. Do you pattern that after anybody? I mean, I just... kind of an irascible...
No, I don't. He is irascible, and he is a jerk, and so it's a stretch for me, but I don't... I don't really go for anybody. This particular scene, though, that you're going to see is Bill and his wife going to see his daughter and son, who actually are played by me and my leading lady.
That's not the clip.
That isn't it? Oh, that was Jerry's.
That was Jerry's clip.
Oh, that was yours. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm sitting here and I don't even know what the hell he's talking about.
He sucked me in. I'm sitting here.
Yeah, you were
Gee, that sounds familiar.
Like this.
Yeah, I was interested in a guy introducing somebody that I saw that already here.
This is a clip of a man, Bill, introducing himself to a Brazilian actress who he's been enamored with for some time. And after that, I don't really...
Okay, here's a clip of Buffalo.
Oh, look. Santa Claus.
Yeah.
You wear this on today's show?
No. This is much too big for me.
Oh, you must wear it. You look wonderful.
No,
on
really,
you.
really, no.
Why not?
Let's just say it's against my religion.
You're Jewish?
You like Jewish men?
And they all have money, no?
Most of us do, yeah. You're cute as the Dickens, you know that?
You'd be cute as the Dickens if you wear this.
Oh, well, no, really, no. Come on.
Oh, please. I would owe you one if you wear it.
You'd owe me one. Ooh, I like the sound of that. One might be enough.
How's about we get together right after the show today?
Today? How's about we get together tomorrow?
I'm leaving tomorrow. Well, if you're ever in Brazil.
Well, wait a minute. Today? Did you say today? Because today is perfect. If we could do it today.
Oh, perfectamente.
It's good for you? Oh, okay, let's do that then. Oh, and remember now, if I wear the suit, you owe me one, right?
Maritza never goes back on her word.
That's an admirable quality in any land.
Today, perfect. No, sure. Take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, as we promised earlier, our orchestra, which does not play enough on this show, as the fellows keep telling me. You and Tommy gonna do something?
Yeah, that's why he's out here.
Shrewd move. Okay. Here's Doc and Tommy and the rest of the fellas who are gonna do something for us.
Can I just say this number is by Duke Ellington. It's entitled Happy Go Lucky Local, and Tommy Newsom arranged it.
Good.
All right? Come on,
Oh, yeah. Thank you, boys. Another toe-tapping tune. Thank you, boys. That's nice. It's another wonderful toe-tapping tune from the boys in the band. That's a nice chart. You play a musical instrument of any kind?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Do you? You play the drums.
Play
don't you?
drums,
Yeah.
play at it, yeah.
And you play everything, right?
Not well.
Well, but you think you do. That's what counts.
It's get the Jude now.
We'll be back in a moment. We just have time to thank everybody, and you guys were everybody tonight. Really, it was great having you here.
Great.
Thank you. Thanks,
What?
Don.
And Doc and the band, of course. And, of course, Buffalo Bill is on NBC at 9:30 on Thursday nights. I hope you're back next season.
Thanks.
I really do.
Appreciate it.
And, Jerry, of course, you're off to France to make a picture, and then you'll
Right.
drop by the Icelandic Film Festival. Your picture opens Friday here in Los Angeles.
Right.
Slapstick of another kind with Madeline Kahn, and then all around, I guess, the immediate vicinity or the entire country.
Right.
In lots of theaters.
Yes.
We will see you tomorrow. I'm humbled by that applause.